Tuesday, June 21st, it's a Kenston Board of Education special meeting. It's 4:18. We're going to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to start off. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, I'm going to entertain a motion to recess till 5:30 because our first candidate for tonight has withdrawn. So we will take a recess for an hour and return at maybe 5:20 so we can get into executive session.
Do you want to take a roll now, or do you want to take a roll?
We'll take a roll now and we'll take one then later. Okay?
Sure.
So we're going to do a roll call.
Okay.
Oh, can I move?
Well, we're going to do a roll call first. Who's here?
Okay.
Mrs. Gaskins?
Here.
Dr. Kraus?
Here.
And Mrs. Strawman?
Here.
Okay.
Entertain a motion.
I'll move.
A second?
I'll second.
Okay. We're going to call roll.
And is this to go into exec?
No, this is to recess for until 5:20. Due to the withdrawal of an application.
Got it. Mrs. Strawman?
Yes.
Dr. Kraus?
Yes.
And Mrs. Gaskins?
Yes. Okay, we will
So you are
recess
recessed.
and we'll come back at 5:20. Thank you. Okay, it is 5:20. We are returning from our recess at this time. At this time, Paul, do you want to call roll again because we've had more board members join us?
Sure. Mrs. Gaskins?
Here.
Mrs. Strawman?
Here.
Mr. Burgansky? Here. Mr. Manning? Here. And Dr. Kraus?
Here.
Thank you. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session to discuss personal matters related to our hiring of a public employee. Do I have a motion?
No motion.
And that's a second.
I'll second.
Tom, would you like to call roll first, Mr.
Mr. Burgansky?
Yes.
Mr. Manning?
Yes.
Mrs. Strawman?
Yes.
Dr. Kraus?
Yes.
Mrs. Gaskins?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we are in executive session now. It is
5:20.
5:21. It's 8:50. We've come out of executive session. At this time, before we move on to the items on here, I just want to announce that Dr. Betty Jo Machowski and Dr. Paul Milsichik had withdrawn their applications from the process, so they were not in this process any longer. So we will move on to number 4 of our agenda, selection of superintendent finalists. Does anyone have any nominations for candidates to go on to second interviews?
I'll nominate Klein, Edward Klein.
So Dr. Edward Klein is being nominated by Dennis. Are there any other nominations? Can we call the roll to close nominations, please?
I'll need a motion in a second to close. I'm sorry.
Oh, a motion, that's correct. A motion to close, Jen?
I'll move.
A second?
second. Okay, the roll call to close. Mrs. Strawman?
Yes.
Mr. Manning?
Yes.
Mr. Burgansky?
Yes.
Dr. Kraus?
Yes.
Mrs. Gaskins?
Yes.
Okay.
And we move on to B, the roll call vote for nominees. So under this, the roll call for the nomination of superintendent candidate Dr. Edward Klein to advance to the second round interviews. You want to call the roll on that for us, Mr. Costello?
Sure. Mr. Burgansky?
Yes.
Mrs. Gaskins?
Yes.
Dr. Kraus?
Yes.
Mr. Manning?
Yes.
Mrs. Strawman?
Yes.
And that takes us to C, the approval of superintendent candidate advancing to second round interviews. The Kenston Board of Education approves the following nominated superintendent candidate to advance to the second round of interviews to begin on or about June 28, 2022, and that would be Dr. Edward Klein. Is there a motion for such? I'll move. Jen, is there a second?
Second.
Dennis? Mr. Priscilla, you want to call roll?
Mrs. Strawman?
Yes.
Mr. Burgansky?
Yes.
Dr. Kraus?
Yes.
Mr. Manning?
Yes.
Mrs. Gaskins?
Yes. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Dennis, is there a second?
Second.
Beth? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
8:52.
Okay. 8:52.